Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Crash and Thunders. I am your host, Krash, and today we have an EP review for you today, and that is Blade's Edge, Witch's Spell. And this is I guess technically you could say a one-man band from Ecuador, I believe it is, and that is Sage Savage, as you can see right here. There he is. And this is along the lines of, like your I guess you could say new wave of classic heavy metal or new wave of traditional metal. That both of those have been getting thrown around a lot the past, I guess, 5 years or so, give or take, probably even longer than that. But definitely falls right into that category. And here's the CD as well. Just have the inserts out on it. And also, as you can see, it says right here, if you can read that, new wave of traditional heavy metal. Definitely, like I said, definitely in that vein. Very good. Very, very early 80s sounding as far as the sound, the vibe. Like you could throw in like Crocus, that early, you can even go as far as like Quiet Riot and stuff, but not as polished as that. But definitely it does have, to me, I hear a lot of Doro type sound to it. The debut of Vinnie Vincent Invasion has that vibe as well, that atmosphere. And then also a little bit of Shotgun Messiah. The I guess you could say the solos and like the guitar really make me think of Shotgun Messiah when I listen to this EP. So, here's the cover of the EP. Very cool. Very old school looking. And I guess this would have been this is also the back of it here. I guess it was a second or an alternate cover. I would like to know the story behind these paintings here. They're pretty cool. So up here, side by side. So from what I've heard anyway, that this cover here, the girl is the witch, obviously, and these are the same dude, but she's apparently putting a spell on him to make him turn into the rocker. So pretty cool. I like that idea. I like that. That's pretty cool. But I will say we will have Sage on here in probably a week or two. So I will definitely ask him, the story behind the artwork and such and everything else that needs to be asked. Because this is a great new EP, great new sound, great new band, one-man band anyway. Because I believe Sage does everything except for the drums. He does the vocals, he does the guitars, bass guitar, keyboards. And I'm not sure, I don't remember reading anything about a drummer in here. I don't know if it's like a drum machine or just has somebody playing that just didn't want to be on the credits or what the deal was. So I guess we will get into the track listings here. And first off, you got Witch's Spell, which kicks off the album. Very good, very cool. And like I said, it really in that vein of Doro, and if you could imagine Doro, Vinnie Vincent, and like Shotgun Messiah in 82 or 83, that's what this sounds like. And I like it. I like it a lot. And definitely some of the best new stuff I've heard out of Ecuador and even Europe. I'll go as far as that, even Europe, and obviously America, because there ain't much coming out of here. Very little, which is very good, but not as much anyway. So Witch's Spell, the song, I guess, like I said, very good. You have some overlapping of the vocals in this track, and I dig that. That's very good because Sage has I don't know how to necessarily explain it with his vocals. It's like, because when my buddy sent me one of their singles or their song, and he was like, check this band out. And when I was listening to it, we were both kind of like, man, I can't tell if this is like a guy or a girl, and like in the best way possible. because I was thinking like this was that's where I get the Doro comparison from, or Warlock, and so definitely. But the more you listen to it, though, you do tell that it is a guy singing. But just like from that first like spin of that song, I was like kind of taken back. I'm like, wow, are you sure this isn't from '83? Like that kind of sound. But yeah, I definitely dig this opening track. Very good opening track. I'm gonna say this a lot here for these 6 songs. Awesome solo, awesome solo. Just you cannot go wrong with this man's guitar soloing on this EP. And man, you'll hear it right out of the gate. The tone's great, the soloing is great, very wild. But there are a couple songs here that the guitar solos are very structured and very controlled, so to speak. And I'll get to that in the later song, and we'll have some comparisons on that. So moving on, we're going on to Hated, track number 2, which is my buddy's favorite that got me into Blade's Edge, his favorite track off the EP. And it is a very good song. And you got, now, I think for me, what pulls this song up for me is the very good chorus to it, very good. And then also, like I said, another great solo. And definitely, like I said, Sage's vocals are great. Very, very strenuous though. Like I would be kind of worried, like maybe 10 years down the line, if he would keep doing this, like I'd be like, man, I hope your voice can hold out. But in the meantime, no, very badass, very good vocals. Very, like I said, it's not necessarily a high pitch, but it does get very high though as well. Just raspy, yeah, very cool. Very unique, I will say. I haven't heard a new band sound quite like this, like just that raspiness of the voice, and just a mixture of like that perfect mixture of like the early 80s stuff and then the late 80s, like I said about before. So Hated, very good song. Now we're going on to probably my favorite song, I guess you would say, is Keep On Tonight. Now, this has that classic 80s sound, that feel good track of the EP, like kind of like a more of the party type deal. But still keeping very, like each of these songs, I will say though, as much as like this song would be more of the lighthearted party type deal, they all stay in a similar vein or a similar style, or I don't know the word. I'm concept, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Similar concepts, and to me anyway. So definitely, like I said, the Keep On Tonight, that has that classic 80s party. So I'm definitely gonna be digging that. And once again, another good solo. Can't say nothing bad with the solos. Quick. I hear, man, the more I think about it, it's like this is probably, and that's where I get the Vinnie Vincent Invasion. Like this is probably I can say maybe the top 3 comparisons for me that I've heard recently of comparing someone to Vinnie Vincent's style and play. Very cool. So I guess then after, we get to Keep On Tonight, and then we're going on to the 4th track now, Get Away You Demons. Probably the weakest track for me. And it's on the cutting block of making the iPod, but I guess, so I guess, I don't know. I'm just not, the lyrics were just okay for me. Kind of in parts, I'm kind of like losing a little bit of focus a little bit. So, but then again, it's like, this is probably the fastest song on the record as well. And definitely quick parts. And then it also slows down though too in certain areas. But when it gets fast, it is probably the fastest on the EP. So, but then again, like I said, the solo definitely brings this up a notch, which makes me think possibly just to keep it on the album or on the iPod. So, and not make the cutting block. So definitely that's like I said, probably the weakest track for me. You got Get Away You Demons. Like I said, just great solo. So we'll move on to number 5 here, and that's Blade's Edge, self-titled, I guess, from the band name. And so this is probably right up there with Get Away You Demons as being the fastest song in my opinion, but certainly the most heaviest song on the EP. Yeah, because if you want a heavy song on this, they're all very heavy, but this is definitely the heaviest. But heavy bass though too. This is the song you can really, the bass comes out for me, and I think that's what makes it sound so heavy, obviously. And very cool song though. Like I said, there's not much wrong with this EP. Just maybe one track is weak, and where I'm like, yeah, I might be able to hold off on this track, and which would be Get Away You Demons. But Blade Edge is very good. And once again, a good solo. And I guess I will bring up the solo in here. Now, I like to compare, say, George Lynch from Lynch Mob and Dokken, and then Vinnie Vincent. Both have very good soloing, and like it's crazy soloing during their songs, but it could be in a slow song, mid-pace song, or fast song, and they could still have the same like rhythm of the solo, same speed, same just crazy stuff. But it would match the song, and it fits right in real nicely. Now, you could argue that Vinnie Vincent, his soloing in the songs are just out of control. Really, no, it's just all over the place, and that's what's cool about it. But at the same time, you got someone like George Lynch who could do all of that, but also have it be very controlled and structured in the song. And now there are songs, and this EP on Blade's Edge reminds me of both of that. He has a little bit of both. Some songs are in that Vinnie Vincent solo style, and then some are in kind of like a George Lynch controlled, not necessarily a George Lynch style, but just a controlled solo, but he's still shredding it up. So definitely check that out on this EP. So we're going on to the 6-song final track, and it is in Spanish, the title and the lyrics from what I gathered, and it is Un Nuevo Cia. I don't know exactly how to talk all Spanish, and for the most part anyway, but it is Spanish for the title of A New Beginning or New Beginnings. And this is a good closing song. I like the song. Very good. Very good. And like I said, very in vein of the rest, concept wise and such, of the rest of the EP. And you got like that's what kind of brought me up to bring in the context of the George Lynch to Vinnie Vincent type style soloing. In this song, you get a very good controlled shred. He's gone crazy, but it's not the Vinnie Vincent wild crazy. It's more of a controlled, and I think it just brings up the song just that much more. And so yeah, he sings the song all in Spanish, and very cool. I mean, like I said, and that's where I get a little bit of a problem with like some Japanese bands, because I can't understand exactly what they're saying on a lot of stuff, on a lot of songs. Because like Loudness is great, but sometimes when they go in full Japanese mode with the lyrics, I'm like a little bit of a disconnect. But certainly just having one song on here and as the finishing track, I think it definitely worked. I think it was cool. No doubt about that. So, and that pretty much finishes up the track listings for this EP. And also, from what I've been hearing, he does have stuff already done or almost done for some new material. So certainly excited for that. And hopefully, man, he can come over here to the States, at least the East Coast, maybe make it out to the West Coast. I'll be there all day for that. Awesome. So that is Sage Savage of Blade's Edge with the Witch's Spell EP. And definitely, guys, check him out. Very cool dude. Very good. And like I said, you get a perfect mix of the early 80s metal and even like Armored Saint. I'm trying to think of some others off the top of my head. Like maybe not so much Quiet Riot because like it's not that clean sounding, and maybe like a little bit of an Armored Saint ish feel. Just real early stuff that when like the traditional metal or new wave of British heavy metal was in its infancy. Very cool. And then you also get that late stuff too, kind of like I said, Warlock, Doro, Vinnie Vincent, that's type feel too. And that's where I'm at all day compared to the early 80s stuff. But I like it all. And he has a nice blend to that. So I give this EP a very good rating. I guess maybe like 3.5, 4 out of 5. It's very impressive, especially with a one-man band. Very impressive. So I guess, like I said, keep an eye out for us. We'll have him on the show here shortly, and hopefully he'll let us know when the new stuff comes out. But until then, guys, definitely check out Witch's Spell and Blaze Edge, and it won't disappoint. If you're a fan of guitar solos and that early and late 80s stuff, it's not going to disappoint. So I guess that pretty much wraps it up, guys. Click the like button if you like these reviews, you like these artist interviews that we're getting on here. We're definitely doing a lot of different things here, and it's all for you guys, all for us though too. We enjoy doing it. But yeah, guys, click the subscribe button. That also helps too. If you can't hang out with us personally at a show or which way, the subscribing is the next best thing. See us almost every day. So, and also let me know in the comments though too, when you guys check this out, or if you guys ever heard of Blade's Edges before, let me know as well. So I am definitely eager to see what you guys think of that. So I guess until next time, guys, I'm Krash, and I'll see you guys later.